William Ruto finally has his cabinet. So he has nobody to blame other than himself, his deputy, his cabinet, and the people around him. For the last year or more, William Ruto has been telling Kenyans that the price of unga, fuel crisis is because of state capture, because of the Kenyatta family indirectly, because of William Mzee wa Kitendawili, Raila Odinga, as if Raila Odinga was in cabinet or was in government. The issue in Kenya, which William Ruto doesn't want to speak about, and sometimes he tries, but he pedals back, is the fact that the government of Kenya is over-bloated, and the country of Kenya doesn't export enough, it imports too much, and there are so many people who are retiring who are on the pension. And finally, Kenya overspent on many projects, brick and mortar projects like stadiums and roads, SGR, obvious things. Now, most economists were warning about this long time ago, in 2012, 2013, when you looked at the budget and what the plans were, which were dreams. You know, Kenya is a small growing country, very small. I have spoken about this in the past. A state like Texas, it only has one governor. It overproduces than Kenya, exports more than Kenya, actually produces its own oil, its own energy. It has a solar industry that works, a wind industry that works, and of course oil in Texas. Now, Texas also has more people than Kenya. But Kenya, we have 47 governors, we have 47 senators, and they have deputies, the governors do. Cabinet secretaries have permanent secretaries, and they have CAS. There's so many positions, so many people employed by the government, the county government, that has bloated and has, basically have a bloated wage bill that the common mwananchi, the Wanjiku, the Mora, whatever you call it, cannot afford. Now, to add insult to injury, this new administration of William Ruto has increased more positions. So that's a dire warning to you, the hustler, that you are not going to get your issues addressed. Because there's nothing that's changing. Matter of fact, it's getting worse. You can have more people being employed, and you already have more people than needed in these offices. And you are basically increasing the chances of more corruption within the government. We saw what happened during the Uhuru administration, the corruption, case after case after case. William Ruto was a highly popular name when it came to those issues. Same as Rigathi. In fact, Rigathi Gachagua, just 2 weeks before the election, a court basically said you have this 200 million that you can't really explain how you got it from the government. Rigathi was engaging in very weird business deals with other counties, Kakamega or some western county there. They were selling wheelbarrows for 100,000 Kenya shillings. That's $1,000, easy conversion. Imagine a wheelbarrow being sold for $100,000, which over here in the United States you can buy a wheelbarrow for $50. In Kenya, is probably you can construct a Juakali wheelbarrow for probably even 3,000, 4,000 shillings at most. Rigathi was also accused of selling defective dialysis machines and machines that are used for people with kidney issues. And in that aspect, selling to hospitals and clinics defective kidney machines, and you get paid full price or even more than it's actually worth, is basically stealing from the people that you claim that you wanna uplift, bottom up. It was all nonsense. It's now going to be quite clear to Kenyans that it was all lies and buffoonery and silliness, and they were conned. I wanted to say that because it's eating me, the fact that as Kenyans, especially us in the diaspora, we see things in a different light. I'm not saying that we think differently, no. Here in America, things work in a certain fashion. You can't go around doing deals, selling wheelbarrows for exorbitant amount of price and nothing happens to you. You're going to be investigated, you're going to be taken to court, you're going to be most likely jailed or fined. It's happening now to the former president. He's being held accountable. Now, the people in power in Kenya, they don't have no accountability. We saw what happened in the last cabinet. So I wanted to address the cabinet real quickly. So I didn't want to say anything until Ruto actually appoints his cabinet. The cabinet, you have people who got B's, B minus in their KCSE. Obviously, they're dimwits. They're not really intelligent folks, and I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just saying we cannot have a person who got a B minus, who is known of creating drama and silly politics and dancing on stage as if it's going to help the poor Kenyan. We're gonna have those kind of people in power. Rapists, murderers, corrupt, cases after cases. This is not freedom. This is conmanship. But since we're sticking to policy, let's stick to what these people are going to do in terms of policy-wise. I don't see anything changing. I see it getting worse.